it's me again, Jenny from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back. It's the part 2 of the Traveller's Notebook and Inserts with carry bag for Amy. We've done just looked at the cover and the first 2 of the 3 inserts, and so in this video I'm going to just look at the last 2 of the inserts and just the bag, the travel bag. So yes, the last insert I've just done, I've just popped a little bit of lace and a doily on the front, a crochet doily, and this can actually you can pop something in. Should she wish to, Amy can pop something in here. Oh, actually I've done it already, haven't I? I'm going mad here. Tell you what, look, so I've pinned it in. I've pinned that little journaling card on that side, and that's from the Stamperis old lace range from the papers. And then I've just secured that one, which is gorgeous, which is the little moth here, the moth design. I haven't done much with these because you don't really need to, it's all there. And I've got a little bit of scrapbook paper collaged on the back here with some lace, so it gives it quite a lot of structure. It's quite thick, which again is quite nice for writing on, for any sort of interest there is on the cover. A little bit of a book page. This was all about the beginning of the typewriters. Thought that was interesting. And a little bit of Edith Holden on the back there. This one, what was this? This was a Victorian, like a newspaper, and it had different adverts in. Okay. That's stamp paper again, stamp collecting paper, and then we've got the bit of scrapbook paper, a little bit of Victorian diary there. If you can see the beautiful illustrations. Once again, beautiful. Just love the colours on that. Some tea-dyed paper. So quite a lot of journaling space on that, and I've just popped a little bit of that, and that's from the works, but I think it's beautiful the way it layers. Victorian household hints on that one, to take the grease out from clothes. Quite interesting. And here we have, again from the more looking around junk shops, here a Victorian bead bag. A little bit about the sort of beadwork history behind it on bags, and what to look for, which I think was really interesting. Gorgeous little books they are, actually. I've got 2 or 3 of them. And again, that's from the Victorian book. It looks a bit like a collage, doesn't it? A collage. Oh, I always get them mixed up. Yeah, it looks like it's been fussy cut, but it hasn't. That's just part of the page. Cute little hat. Shall we go in a little bit? Let's go in a little bit. There's a cute little hat there on that one. Little sun hat. The centre spread on this is a beautiful piece of Edith Holden page, and lots of journaling, and that's the other side of that Victorian. I love the borders on it. The borders are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. They really are a treat. I like the way the tea dyeing's come out on this too. Oh, this is quite, just put a bit of lace on that. This is about Victorian high society and how they get their entertainment. Things they do for entertainment. Looks like they're ice skating there, doesn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous image. A little bit of tracing paper. Love the way that sounds. And I really like the way this scrapbook paper complemented the little corsage really, doesn't it? That was a little note, the role of the housekeeper in the Victorian household. Well, not every Victorian household, I could really imagine, but in the more well-to-do parts of society, I'm sure. A little bit of a collage, some vintage note paper, scrapbook paper, and a tiny bit of the Stamperia old lace. And the back here, I've done like I've just done a little border with some lace and a little tuck pocket there as well. And on the back again, that's the Stamperia old lace. It's from the paper pack. That's popped out. I'll show you those in a mo. And isn't that beautiful? All the different types of lace in layers, and it sort of names them. And then on the back we have this beautiful piece. Again, I love this. This is from Carol on Etsy. It's vintage lace. And then what I've done from Rosie from our atelier, basically I've popped in her vintage cards. Her vintage cards, which start on for this year, and it's for every month. So we start from April, and we're going to go for May. And I shall try and pop them in order. But then, if she would like to, she can pop them into her journals. If you'd like to, sort of as part of her planning. So I'll pop those in there. I pop those in there, and then what we decided on is she'd have 3 that she'd be working in all the time, and then a little plainer one just for general notes, or that she might want to swap about and take one of the more decorated ones out with her for a 3-month period or 4 months, and then pop this in for general note taking rather than a diary type thing. So I did this one, and again it's got the old lace paper on it, which is gorgeous, and then I've decorated it with a piece of, I think this is a piece of the lace from Carol's little goodie bag. So it's like a little bit belly band, front and back, but if you see the little, look at the beautiful edging on that. How pretty is that? And again, it just gives the appearance of texture without the bulk. And this is one of the little tags here, which I really liked. I love that, and that's one of the reasons that I kind of chose. I really liked these little doodads here on the bookmark. So I did actually pop quite a few little pictures in here. Let's have a look. Are we still in frame? Are we still in frame? Yeah. So again, it has a little tuck. That was from the paper pad. And I've just popped this into the tuck. But look at the details on it. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And then I just pop these in. And again, the detail on the paper looks like layers, like a patchwork of lace. And this is a piece of Carol's vintage lace that I've edged on that at the front. Let's fiddle about with this for a bit and pop that back there, so I can pop it on the front when we're done. This has got a little bit more ephemera in it. It's got the beautiful corset on the inside. I really like that, but I just like the way this kind of layered up on the envelope. And if you can see how it looks on there. Let's do it this way. On the envelope. And then you've got the little belly band, but I put it to the side really, so that we could actually see these lovely pieces of ephemera. There you go. And this lady here, I love this beautiful dress, and had collaged it onto some little selection of papers here. and pop the lace on it. Is that there? Let's see what I've done. Yes, it is. And one of Mrs. Cogg's special twisted paper clips, just with a little curl on it. This has got some just a little bit of, you know, in case of emergency, personal notes, etc, etc. So just got that little page in there, sort of lace edged. Yeah, I just thought, I was talking about that little country floral book with some of the recipes, but rose petal sandwiches sounded quite like a Victorian delicacy, doesn't it? And there's this other one here for Marsh Samphire in Cream, which, oh, I don't know, I'm quite sure about that. But, oh yes, I rounded all the edges on all the pages. I like the look of that in a traveller's notebook. Doesn't look the collage there from the printouts from, might be the Old Design Shop. This was talking about the lady's maid and some of her duties, and I love the illustration. The tracing paper, and that's from that recipe book with the florals on it. It's beautiful images, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's from the same recipe book with the Marsh Samphire and Rose Petal sandwiches. But again, it just has a little cutout. So you will have another page that will be like the whole of that scene, and they'll do the little snippets. Then I've got a, is it a glassine envelope from our Atelier from Rosie? And just pop that in there. And then I really liked this. I loved this picture. And I decided to back it onto an envelope. And it's talking about customer service in the Victorian times. And then these little ladies I thought looked quite nice on there. I think they look quite nice on the vintage paper. And I've just popped this little corset lady in here in the envelope. Just a little round, one of the little round ephemera pieces, and I just decided to do it on a little flip out there. That's the other side of the country diary type recipe book. The pictures are phenomenal. They really are lovely. How to make barley water, pickled oysters and rice water. Tea and coffee pots, and a cure for earache and for chilblains. That's quite a selection, isn't it, of pieces of advice there, but they're fun nonetheless, from the Victorian household book. Parasol mushrooms with bacon. How exciting is that? Sounds yummy actually. And blackberry pudding. Tea-dyed paper. Bit of Edith Holden. So this is, yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. I did one of those triple pockets on the back here. Just laid them and put some bits and pieces in. Put some bits and pieces in as that. And this little, I love these little butterfly that I've tea dyed. And it came out really, really dark. Really, really dark this time round. Oh! So this is a mixture, these little pockets, of the Stamperia paper. So that's Stamperia. You can see the like layers of different lace. This is some of my scrapbook paper from my stash. And that's the Stamperia old lace. Again, you can see all the different textures that are in there. And then I've popped a piece of Carol's vintage lace on the back. And then, because Amy wanted it quite a lacy cover, and we thought, but it needs to be practical. She'd like to be able to pop it in a handbag, if you know, pop it in her bag if she wants to take it out and about. We decided to make a little bag for it. And this was one that I picked up, believe it or not. in one of the charity shops, and I've just sort of kind of modified it because I was going to do a drawstring one, and the more I thought about it, I thought with the bulk and stuff it would probably be better to be like an envelope type. And so I saw this and thought, you know what, I would just pick this up. The only thing I don't like about it is the white stitching on the side there, to be fair, but I might dull that down myself. I might do that. But I just love the fabric is beautiful. It is beautiful fabric. It's padded, this little bag, and it had this white lace on the front here, which I thought was a bit stark, so I popped this crocheted vintage piece over the top. I sort of sewed it on the sides and glued it too, and then I made this little bow from some of Carol's lace and popped this piece of jewellery on that I recently picked up in one of my little hauls, and so the little, but this will go in there. It's thingy with Velcro, quite plain inside. I did start to layer, to be honest. I did start to layer the inside with pieces of lace. I would to actually decorate, because I didn't really like the cream expanse, but I had to remember again it needed to be practical to be able to pop this in, and if it was the case that there was lots of lace on the back, that on the inside, what I didn't want was it to be catching on the jewellery. So I have restrained myself and left it plain. So what am I doing here? Oh yeah, I was doing that with the double bow. So that's it. That's the project for Amy. She's been very patient, waited quite a while for it. And it's going off in the post tomorrow. I hope she likes it. And I hope you've enjoyed the share. I say it's a custom order. So if you'd like something like that for yourself, please just get in touch. And the next thing I'm going to be working on is the I've nearly finished Camille, the little giveaway journal for YouTube. So that will be the next video, closely followed by Tilly. And then Camille's sister journals, Rosie and Pearl, will be doing, and My Love Never Fails. I've got some of those to do. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys, and thanks for your time. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.